these lessons to kids that don't have a figure in their life to learn them from. If they can see me and find interest in me and, oh, he went to prison, oh, he's affiliated, oh, he's this and that. If I have the qualities about me that can make them listen, I hope that I also have the knowledge that can make them learn.
Hey, it's the Animal J. One other thing I forgot to say, you know, when you were saying shit about all that telling shit, man, talking to the media that's going straight to the police, you think that ain't the same fucking thing? You know, I got all your comments where you told them everything. I'm going to post those as well. And then also, what came out of that? You got the fucking guards a raise. Good job, man. That was fucking telling at its finest, since you want to talk about people telling and shit. So I'm gonna post that in there too. Player. What's up, everybody? In the Animal J. I'm gonna speak on this reaction to all this bullshit with fake ass dude 1090 Jake, Kfrog, and Pino. I'm gonna let y'all know some things about 1090 Jake. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. Like the video, share it, whatever. Hit the notification. Most importantly, man, please subscribe to my channel. I didn't have a big platform like Lockdown 23-1, you know, to put me on. I wish I did. I like Death's channel a lot. I've just never reached out to him. So hit that subscribe button for me, and I'll keep coming with some more good shit for y'all. And also, my editing is I suck at it, but I'm gonna try to post a screen recording I did. You know, I've called this dude out before on you know, not being a good mentor to the youth. And I was just watching one of his old videos, and he's like, "Oh, the whole point of me making this channel is you know, hopefully teach kids, you know, to stay away from this and learn from my lessons, and you know, street life ain't where it's at." But like I said, I'm gonna try to post that in this video. But yeah, I called him out before, and he said some shit like he never said he was, you know, making shit for the kids. You know, that proved that wrong. You know, obviously, there's a bunch of kids that believe all the bullshit you tell them, and I mean, how's that being positive? Like, you were talking about frog shit don't look good. You're even talking about the shit he wrote to the, I guess it was the coroner. You're like, yeah, he didn't write it, but it's still not a good look talking to him. Wooty whoop. And it was because there was foul play, you know, with his father dying. You know, rest in peace to Kfrog's dad. Real shit. I lost my dad. I know what it's like. But you're going to act like that's talking to the police, that there was foul play in his dad's death, and they wanted to hold off and do a autopsy before his stepmom wanted to hurry up and cremate him. What the fuck is that? That's not telling. That has nothing to do with telling. Really, like, you and Frog trying to pull that shit on Pino backfired like a motherfucker when the shit popped up about, you know, Frog calling the police. But the shit with Frog and with Pino, you know, Pino made a video about it, actually 2 or 3, and he explained it real good, you know, what that meant. Yeah, he implicated himself, you know, he told on himself, so they had him on camera, you know. Was supposed to say that wasn't me. Some people are going to argue and say, yeah, shouldn't have said nothing, but you know what I mean? That's nothing. He's not fucking writing statements. He's not wearing a wire, doing controlled buys or anything like that. He's not a CI. So, like, what the fuck are you even talking about? I mean, for one, this shit's none of your fucking business. Two, the dude did what, 10 years on that, 7 years? And you're like, well, people will tell all the time I'm first 48 and they still get time. Yeah, no shit, because those are fucking murder charges, not breaking in cars. I'm gonna go ahead and call you out on some of your lies right now. Keep people interested in this video. You cited that you did 3 years in prison in the Florida Department of Corrections. I'm gonna post the screenshot from their website. You did 2 years, 3 months, and some change. A little over 2 years and 3 months. You didn't do 3 years. A case like that, I'm guessing you were in the county for six months minimum, 6 months to a year on that case. You talk about going back for different plea bargains and shit. So you were in county for 6 months. We're gonna go with the minimum on that. So that gives you that puts you in prison at a year and 9 months. That you were actually in prison. You talk about you did 300 days and say, you did 6 months and say, you were hitting people with locks, you got stabbing people. Okay, if you were doing all that shit, you wouldn't have got out after 2 years and 3 months because you were sentenced to 3 years. But you got out early, and the only way you get out early is getting game time. I think it's called in Florida, which is good time. And with all that shit you said you did with the stabbings and hitting people with locks, I don't remember which one it was you got caught doing. You said that you did 300 days in the hole, but right there, automatically, you're losing all your good time. You're going to do the whole 3 years. So that never happened. Why are you lying and saying you were in prison longer than you really were? I'm gonna post the paperwork on this, and let people see that I'm not just talking shit. It's on the Florida Department of Corrections website. All you do is search Florida DOC, your name, and the first thing that pops up on Google, click on it, and it shows how long you were actually locked up. It shows your in custody date. I believe it was March 14th of 2013, and then you got out July 1st of 2015. Like I said, I'm gonna post that. So, I mean, why would you lie about that? And if you lie about that, what else are you lying about? So that shows you weren't in prison as long as you said. You weren't doing the shit you said, or you wouldn't have got any gang time. That's like pretty much all your good times. So that means you're pretty much a model fucking prisoner. And yeah, you got these dudes from prison, doing video chats for you to post and all that old shit. I would too. You're sending them money and getting them pen pals and shit. Everybody knows when you're in prison, you ain't got nobody. Somebody send you money, yeah, you can tell them whatever the fuck they want to hear. You're just fraudulent. And then the shit with, Kfrog's always talking, and man, Kfrog, he was doing so good with his channel, man. It was positive. He was even talking different. He wasn't on that, rah-rah shit. But, man, ever since that shit happened with Pino, Chestnut Checkers, man, that shit backfired like a motherfucker because the paperwork, popped out on him. And you're talking about, we hate to have to make this video, and I'm tired of all the videos and drama. Motherfucker, you started it, so how are you tired of it? That don't make no fucking sense. And then you're like, yeah, I like Pino. I didn't even want to have to make that video. But then you're like, you get to going in on the paperwork, like, the girl had a disease, like, yeah, probably had an STD, talking about either her or Pino, one or the other. And then you're talking about how he's not even a real crib, and, wooty whoop. So obviously, it sounds like you had something against Pino. It don't sound like you wanted the paper or that shit to be false, because, now your true colors come out about how you feel about him. You don't think he's real and all that old shit. Um, I don't know Pino. You know, I don't know. I know he acts the same all the way, and I know, Jake changes his voice dramatically depending on who he's talking to. And he can say I don't change my voice. Whoever I talk to, I talk exactly like I'm talking right now. Um, and if you're forcing something that's not natural to you, that's the definition of fake. So, I mean, what's that all about? Another thing you were going in about Pino going psych, which I'm not sure what that had to do with anything, but that's the pot calling the kettle black, because you were talking about where you cut yourself on the face or wherever, and you were trying to go psych. So, I mean, whatever the reason was, you were doing the same thing he did. It might have been for different reasons or whatever, but it's the same fucking thing. So how are you gonna try to call him out on that shit? You know what I'm saying? He probably told he only got 7 years. You were facing life and got 3 years, so you really can't say shit about that either. And it was your first offense, I guess. I'm not saying you told, but you really can't say that shit about Pino. You know, he had a couple reasons. I'm not sure if it didn't meet the minimum mandatory because the witness died or whatnot. But I mean, regardless, he explained his shit pretty good, and all that not checkers. Y'all motherfuckers playing tic-tac-toe. Fucking clown. What else am I gonna get into? I don't know. You just kept talking about all this bullshit YouTube drama. We shouldn't have posted the fucking video. I mean, dude was on the main line. People have asked for him in prison. And you even said yourself, when you're white and you're in one of those gangs, everything has to check out perfect. So you think the Crips didn't fucking check his paperwork? I mean, because you said it yourself. White gang member, everything has to check out perfect. So I'm pretty sure that, the Crips checked his paperwork, and he was on the main line. So I guess they didn't see a problem with it. And you being a blood is none of your fucking business. I mean, just because he was on your channel. If you don't want to if you want to quit fucking with somebody, then be a man and just tell them and quit fucking with him. Same thing you do with TK. You started his channel because he didn't know how, so you knew the password, and you deleted the shit. Come on, man, that's a bitch move. Anytime somebody says something you don't like, you're quick to try to get them out of there. Tell him Pino, he just said whatever to me. Yeah, of course he did. Who the fuck are you? You're gonna tell somebody delete your Instagram and delete your YouTube? What the fuck is that? Like, who do you think you are? You don't run shit. Yeah, you got a lot of subs. What, like 50,000 something, 55,000? That's great. I just wish you would use it for the right reasons, because you're a great storyteller. And you definitely have the ability. You got these kids that like you and shit, and probably look up to you, and you're telling them, under no circumstance, can they talk to the police? If you're not about that life no more, then who gives a fuck? Like I said, he wasn't wearing a wire. Frog wasn't wearing a wire. I mean, both of it was nothing. So I don't know why you're worried about it. I mean, I guess when you're in Boston, these dudes are in Florida, it's easy to be on that tough talk. But you're not. I mean, what do you just sit in your house and go live on Instagram all the time? You're not a thug. You're not a gangster. Just quit trying to portray. I mean, everybody can see the shit. A lot of people now, I've noticed in the comments, are starting to see through your shit. So, in the few months that you were actually on the compound, that you weren't in SEG, you act like you was out there fucking thugging, mobbing. I talked to somebody that was in prison with you. They said you didn't even have fucking shoes. So, but nobody has that many fucking stories. And you got so many stories for that short period of time you were there. That shit don't add up. And remembering every little detail, like, you could tell that shit's thought up. Nobody remembers all that shit. When something that fast happens, it's a fucking blur. So just quit trying to portray something you're not. Like I said, I'm gonna try to edit this video and post. the paperwork of when he was actually in prison, and then the recording, you know, him saying that he's doing it for the kids, but then talking about this police shit to fucking say something about your, you know, your dead father, you know, his death being suspicious. No, it's not. You know, man, snitching, wearing a wire, all that shit's one thing, but you know, something to do with the death and shit like that. Man, these kids don't need to hear that bullshit. Yeah, there's a wrong and right time to talk to the police. Death in the family, yeah, that's one time that, you know, you can talk to them. I'm not on the street shit no more, like I said, so I could give a fuck less. I just try to be a normal citizen, but you're still in that prison mentality. Like that little short ass time you did in prison, fucking 5 years ago, like it was so fucking cool. Like your whole life is centered around that shit. You did a little fucking wino bit, man. Like I could do that much time standing on my head. I've done that much time on the fucking toilet in prison, and I don't try to relive that shit. It's I don't know. You just act like you just did 20 years in the fucking hardest prisons in the world. You know, your fucking mind's fucked up over it. No, it's not. You could have slept through half that shit. So, anyway, I'm gonna try to edit this video real quick and put those things in there for y'all to see. And then Pino's last video, he posted a video of Kodak Black, the shit he said about he ain't trying to beef with y'all, rah rah rah. That shit made perfect sense. Pino explained himself good. He's the only one I got respect for real, out of the three of you. I said Frog was doing good. I've been sending him a message, told him, hey, I'm proud of you, whoop whoop. I've seen through you since day one. Like, you got a bunch of kids that follow you. So, you know, little dumbass bitches want to leave dumbass comments. Like, you know, they believe everything you say, so start telling them some positive shit instead of this dumb shit. But anyway, subscribe, like, all that shit. It's the J. I'm out.